Hey,
Yeah.
we're back. Whoop, whoop.
Yes.
We are back and we are so excited to be back, y'all. Listen, it's the MeetUp Talk Show. We're here. We're back. It is October. Listen, we've been going for a month, y'all.
Yes.
Going for a month, but at the end of the day, we welcome you guys back tonight on this episode. This is actually our episode, what, 13? So we're sitting here knocking down our goals, listen, and we're excited to be back.
We could call it episode 13 or season 2, episode 1. I mean,
I
you can
mean, come
do what you want to
on. Yes. Listen.
This is so fun. I really I missed being here, but at the same time I did need a break and I'm glad that we took one, but like school starting and my baby going to daycare and just having that time to get my whole self together. I'm never really wholly together in no area, but trying to figure it all out. So I'm happy to be here and happy we took the break.
Listen. Yeah, I'm definitely happy. So here are our housekeeping rules, y'all. Listen, season two, those who've been in here with us, you already kind of know. But listen, we're going to tell you again for those who are joining with us for the first time. Housekeeping rules is first and foremost, do not keep tonight to yourself. I need you guys to go ahead on and share this right now. If you're watching, if you're just looking, go ahead and share this right now, y'all. Number two, interaction. So we need y'all to interact because otherwise, baby, me and Rhea could talk. So especially Julie can like to talk. So we good just talking to ourselves, but we want to talk with you guys because basically what we're trying to do is build our community. So we want to talk and we want you guys to interact with us. You can interact with us in the comments. Listen, we do talk back. So right now, let us know who you are. Let us know where you from, and you're gonna see. Listen, we talk back. And the last thing is relax. Get your favorite snack or beverage. Listen.
What you
So
drinking?
yeah. So what I'm drinking tonight is so I'm excited, y'all. So right before I left, I told y'all that I had our Auntie Niece weekend, right? So at the weekend, I made me a new glass, y'all, just for our show. Ain't she cute?
Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
So I haven't drank out of it until tonight because I was waiting for us to
Oh,
have
that's
this
cute.
show so
Now
I
I
could
gotta
drink out of my
go.
glass. What you drinking, Rhea?
I'm drinking a bottle of your finest corner liquor store wine.
Listen,
That's what I'm drinking tonight. Take the edge
listen.
off.
So put in the comments what you guys drinking, what you guys snacking on. I always put snacks on here, but I really can't snack because then I'll be smacking while we talking. But if y'all snacking, put it in the comments and let us know what y'all eat.
Yes. So yeah, so we usually do this thing, tag them in. So as much as we want you to be here, we want you to invite your friends and family who you feel should be here too. So we have like a core demographic that we're trying to reach, but we don't discriminate. But this is just, our core. So if you are from the age of 25 to 40, if you're I mean, we welcome them all. We trying to build women here. If you're a boss, an entrepreneur, if you're in a role of leadership, if you're in need of a tribe, somebody to have girl talk with, or girl talk even though you're a guy. I mean, we can still be cool here. If you need a safe space, we're a judgment free zone. Sorry, we are a judgment free zone. You're an introvert or extrovert. If you need an opportunity to connect, I mean, if you talk in the comments, you'd be surprised who else is in the comments. Um, and if you're a man, even who wants to hear how women think, we need you here. So we need them here. So you tag them in, and anybody who identifies as any of those things, yeah, all of that. Come on, tag them in.
All right, so let's get to it, y'all. It's check-in time. We want to hear from y'all. Listen, we've been away. We want to hear from y'all. Y'all checking in the comments below. We gonna check in with y'all, let y'all know what all we've been up to. Rhea, you want to start?
Where should I say no? So September is kind of not a rough month for me. I'm going to, as my sister would say, half full it. I'm not gonna, think of it. I'm gonna try to turn it around. So, um, of course, school started. My oldest daughter's in the fifth grade, and then my baby went to daycare. So that was like an adjustment thing, like trying to find my new like routine. Still ain't got one, but I'm trying. Okay, it's October, but okay, I'm gonna get there.
You're right.
Maybe by June, but I'm gonna get there. Um, so that's that. And also September is the month that my daughter Dream was born. If you don't know, I had a daughter Dream. She was born in September 22nd, and she passed away December 2018. I made a promise to my baby that everybody that I ever encountered would know her name, would know her story, would know about Dream Ali. So every year I continue to celebrate her birthday. And we do a balloon release in remembrance of her. We write her like love notes, happy birthdays. So I did that. And then my baby Seven, who was born 7 days, a year and 7 days after Dream, we celebrated her second birthday. And so, like planning, even though everything that was at my house, planning, getting food, who I'm inviting, and my sister know I just invited everybody. I was like, yeah, you can come, you can come, you can come. I mean, for the balloon release, it was cool. We was outside, but then I said, you could come, you could come, you could come to Seven's get together, and we was inside my 2-bedroom apartment. And I mean, it was cool and all for like 4, 5 people, but I thought it probably was like 30 people in my So she was like, yeah, I think this was the most people we ever had in here. I was like, you think so? Like, yeah, it was really a lot of people. I mean, it was like no stand, it was only standing room in the house. There was no seats left. My husband told me to go next door to buy some chairs and take them back the next day. I'm like, bruh, I'm not doing that. But the kids was happy, my baby was happy. I was happy in a greater like point with doing the remembrance of Dream is being around people who like love me and love my family and not being totally sad on that day.
Right.
It really doesn't have to be that day that I'm sad about Dream, because I was just driving a minute ago and like a flashback popped into my mind of when she came out, they placed her under that light and she wasn't breathing. So those are the type of moments that I have, but I was very appreciative of, my community, my family, my friends that just, surrounded around my family, my husband, my daughters and I, and in this time. And I also told my sisters, like, oftentimes, like, even though I know there's people around me that love me, that care about me, that care for me, that would give me the shirt off their back, their last dollar. It's the times that I still feel alone. But that was a great testament. Both of my daughter's birthdays, that I'm not alone. I'm never really alone. So that was my realization, and yeah, that was my September. That was my month of school and birthdays, basically.
Come on. Come on. I love every bit of that because I think we all go through that, right? Like even though we do know we have loved ones, there are moments where you still feel alone because you feel like don't nobody understand what I'm going through.
Yeah, you don't get it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But just to have that love and affection all around you and have that joy at this moment, like I'm excited for you. I'm getting all teary-eyed thinking about it. So I mean, shout out to the family for supporting. Shout out to Baby Dream. Listen, we love you, Baby Dream. Shout out to Miss Seven. I mean, who was better than Miss Seven? I mean, Ain't nobody touching Miss Seven. I be looking up, it's like, you better slay Seven.
Yeah, she's just, I mean, I don't know if you saw the picture I posted today, but she's just a natural, like she's a natural born leader. She's her own person.
Yeah.
She's a Libra, and if you believe in like astrology and signs and everything, Libras are said to be very indecisive.
Mm-hmm.
That baby ain't never been decisive a day of her life. She came out the womb knowing what she was going to do. Like, that's it. So
I love that.
It's so funny and it's so fun, like just watching her grow.
I love that.
Yes. So what you been up to, friend?
Lord Jesus, pray for me. So I am happy that because it was actually your idea to take off for a month because I would keep on going. So I was happy that you did, bring that idea up because it was very helpful. Like it was definitely helpful. I am working a lot but it's a good working a lot. Like, like I'm not going to curse it. It's a good busy. Stay busy, sis. Like it's what you've been asking for. So I'm excited about that. On Monday though, I had to almost had a panic attack. Like my chest started getting all tight and stuff, and that was like the first time, but it was just like a lot of worry. So it's like once you start and I know you felt it before, like when you begin to things are beginning to happen for you, right? And then it's almost kind of almost like two things, like a sabotage type of thing, and then also like the weight of it too. So it's like things are starting to happen for you. You feel that weight of that, but then it's almost kind of like the sabotage that try to come in to like make you want to break right before your breakthrough is about to come. Does that make sense? Like that's how I was feeling. That's how I've been feeling for the past few weeks. And so I'm just literally, I ain't all the way out. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm working through it because this is what I've been asking for. This is what I want, so, and it's going to be okay. Like I have to get comfortable with you doing what you're supposed to do. It's going to work out. Like it's going to be okay. So that's kind of where I've been at this month. Today we just announced it in the group me of my office, but I just won an election, y'all.
An election,
girl? Yeah. So
election for what? What you up to now? What other title you adding?
So NAREB is the National Association of Real Estate Brokers, right? Okay. And so basically NAREB, we are realtors. And so with realtors, we are basically, this organization was started when we couldn't buy homes. Like Black, as African Americans, we couldn't buy homes and all that stuff. So NAREB created this organization basically to advocate for us and support us and and do all of those things. And part of the reason why we have equal rights when it comes to us buying homes. They fought against like redlining and all of that type of stuff. And so for the Memphis chapter, I just got elected as their secretary. So I'm excited about that. I am excited about that. I haven't told anybody.
Well, you just told everybody.
I just told y'all. Yep, but I haven't told anybody that I actually won it. So it was exciting. It was almost kind of like surreal being in a meeting and like hearing them announce my name or whatever. But yeah, so I'm doing that, and then I'm working on a few more projects. But right now it's in the testing stage, so I can't really talk about the products just yet. But but listen, and I'm still out here with real estate.
How is that going?
If you need a house, call me. If you want to open up a commercial space, listen, call me. I'm here. But it's going well. I don't know where we left off at. I think
you were just starting at the job.
Okay, so at the other job, I started there as a leasing agent for a apartment complex, right? As soon as I started, the next day I had to leave because we had just came from my auntie niece weekend and everybody was on the line saying that they had COVID. So like we was on quarantine for a while. But right before I came back, my broker had reached out to me because I have been working part-time as his assistant. He had reached out to me and was like, hey, I can get you on full-time. So I ended up switching the jobs around. So right now I'm full time with my broker, and I'm part time at the apartment complex. I work there on the weekends, basically. So I have steady income as I follow my dream. So that's the guaranteed money that's going to come in as I continue to purchase, help people purchase their homes and all of that stuff going on. So yeah, that's where I'm at with real estate. I'll be trying not to, because I really tried to do a really good job, but not like comparing myself to other people. And like in my journey, because next month will actually be a year of as an agent. In my journey, like I'll see people come in, and like one lady, she has like she got an opportunity to work with a builder already, and she brand new, and I'm like, I was excited for her, of course, but then I'm like, really, like, like, come on,
but that just wasn't for you,
right? Yeah, but then I had to remember, like, my process is different. Like, you know, my journey is different. And so I just had to just really hone in on just appreciating what this process is now, because it got to be a reason why these doors are opening up. Like, and it got to be a reason, because it must be preparing me for whatever else that God has for me in this realm. So yeah, that's all.
Well, only thing I have to say is if he brought you to it, he gonna bring you through it.
Come on.
Ain't no need for any doubt about anything, or any self-doubt, self-sabotage, negative talk. Ain't no room for any of that. And you worked hard to get to where you going, and you just need to stay the course. And when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me.
Listen, and I appreciate. Listen, come on. Yep, I love it. So we want to hear from y'all. Check in with us. Let us know what y'all been up to. It's been a month. We ain't have our talks. We ain't talk our stuff, our mom-ish in like a whole month. Yeah. So just check in with us in the comments. We see Peggy has come in.
And Sasha.
Hey Sasha. So we want to hear from you guys.
I think I'm not logged into the system, so I think I need to log in so that I could comment and stuff. So if I just get disconnected for a minute, I'm going to come right back.
Okay, no problem. So yeah, so let us know what you've been up to. You heard everything that we've been going on and everything that's been going on. Thank you, Sasha, for congratulations. And so yeah, so we're excited for tonight. We're excited to be back with you guys. And I can't wait to hear what y'all been up to the past month. I know it'll probably take a while because it's been a whole month worth of stuff to talk about, y'all. And if you're just tuning in, this is the MeetUp Talk Show, y'all. So we're excited to be on here with you guys. Yeah.
Yes, I couldn't comment. I wanted to say hi to everybody in the comments.
Is it letting you do it now?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
And I'm like, why I can't? Then I saw that I wasn't logged in. I mean, the month away, you go on vacation from work, and you're like, yeah, well, I do my job again. You can't see nothing. Hey, Tanya.
Hey, Tanya, how are you? All right, so unmute yourself. You muted, Rhea. Unmute yourself.
I'm just running my mouth. I said it's October 6th, and I'm tired of running kids around.
Listen. Listen, Peggy
I'm
said a
tired.
lot of running around with the kids. Yeah. Back into the thick of things with school. And so how was that for
Now
you
I can't hear
guys? Like,
you.
you can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
Hmm.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Sorry, guys, just technical difficulties. Give us 1 second. Peggy said she could hear you. You muted again, though. Oh, there you go. Talk. Say something.
Because I can't hear anything. I'm trying to. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
And then I have a mic, but can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's
I
low.
can't hear you though. I don't know why.
Can you hear me now?
I don't know what happened. Let me see. I'm gonna come back and come back in.
Okay. Just bear with us. Listen, this is our first day back. So y'all all know technology. Technology never wants to act right for us. But yeah. How was the getting back to school routine for you guys?
Can you hear me?
Hmm.
Okay, I can hear you. Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, so I was just asking people how was that getting back to school after the kids being out for the summer? How did that look for them
Okay.
this school year? But we can get into our topic for today, which is talk your stuff.
Okay. So of course I'm always or we are always seeing stuff on the internet or like current events and everything like that and it brings up like ideas to talk about. So I saw this clip about a lady speaking on like having like regretting having children. Like she loves her children. She doesn't she loves her daughter. She doesn't regret having her. She regrets motherhood basically.
Mm-mm.
She loves her daughter. She wouldn't basically want anything else. Kind of conundrum at the same thing, but at the same time, I kind of identify with her. Like I don't regret my children. I pray really hard for my children, but there's times that like I just don't like motherhood. I don't like. Sometimes I just want to be like just Rhea. I don't want to be mommy. Like, but and it might have so much to do with like not often getting me time or kind of everything being on me. And I feel like even as a wife, most of the time it's still on the mom to like take care of the household or whatever. Like we're the point guards of the household, so we call the plays for everybody.
Listen.
Um, so I identify like, or the responsibility. Well, I said the responsibilities, but also the anxiety that comes with it. And this is something that the lady spoke about as well. The anxiety of like always wondering if your kids are okay. And I'm always like, and Sasha could tell you, I was like, everything is like, nah, she can't do that because this might happen. Like I'm always on the edge, like, and I don't think my mother was like that. And it probably has something to do with the society that we live in right now as well. But I just that this just adds to like, ooh, motherhood sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. And that's part of the reason why I feel like the meetup was created. That's part of the reason why Momish was created. Just to, where first of all, have like time with some other moms that might,
Right.
identify with the stuff that I be thinking, or to just hear, bounce my sometimes crazy thoughts off of them and see if like we in the same place. So I just wanted to just see what other people had to say, because it's like, if you ever said that you regretted motherhood, not being a mother, not your children, like motherhood, somebody might look at you like, you don't like,
What's
you
wrong with
hurt your
you?
kids, like, are you having a mental,
What are you talking
you having a
about?
Kanye moment, like. So I just wanted to. I thought it was. It could be a good conversation.
Yeah, I do think that's a really good topic. It had me thinking like, have I ever really regretted motherhood? I think a lot of times my regrets come in like the decisions I've made over the years and how they like affect my children or even the people that I had my children with. Like I wish I would have made better decisions when it came to like those type of things. Um but I get it, like sometimes really wanting to just like remembering those days where you could just kind of just get up and get dressed, like and just get out the house and come back and you just on your time, you're not on anybody else's time. So I can't agree with that part. And even with the anxiety of everything, like I remember when my oldest, she was struggling real bad in school, like real bad. And I didn't know she was gonna make it out of fourth grade. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And I remember having so much stress, like and so much anxiety, and little sis didn't care, like like she did.
That's little sis out here. Seventh grade. They just keep pushing her along, and I just feel
Right.
like I
Yep.
don't. It's a feeling of like, I don't know what to do, and I, send you into every tutoring, but it was
Right.
just like I still, I don't know.
Yep, and it was so much anxiety. Like I'm stressed. I'm the one crying. I'm the one like feeling all of this because I don't want you to fail. Like, and you just looking at me like, well, it's all right. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. So like, I could definitely relate to that. Or even like, I think you was mentioning about the young man and EO and all of that and worrying about our kids, or even like I know everybody been talking about the whole Jeffrey Dahmer stuff, but like even like with that and just like how much, because watching that it just made me mad because it was just like they really don't care about us. Like they don't care about us. And so knowing that and being a parent in an environment that you know that this world in society don't care about us, they don't care that we're women or black women, or and I'm raising two black women, like they really don't care about us. um they're not going to fight as much for us when stuff happen. If we get lost, it's not going to be all over the news, like all of that type of stuff. So it does get daunting on you because it's like I brought y'all in this. I put you in
Right.
this situation,
My,
like
my grandmother used to say that you would be crazy to bring another child into this crazy world. And that was,
right.
I mean, a long time ago, before I realized how crazy the world the world actually is. And like, as you referred to the boy, the 16, we'll say his name is Latrell.
Okay.
Um, Referring to him, like he was gunned down, like a whole bunch of kids was walking home from school at the time. Like it was crazy. It happened by a elementary school, and the time that it happened is like, what, you know how they stair step the time that the high school get out, the middle school, like it was 3:20 something in the afternoon. So that's kind of like everybody's out at this time.
Right.
So like, you don't care. I feel like the police want us to do their job. Meanwhile, the crazy guy that stabbed up a fire chief lady, white woman in New York, they done found her killer immediately. But you want us to figure out who shot this boy broad daylight, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You want us to figure it out? No, you figure it out.
Right.
You figure it out. It's just unnerving, and like I've walked to school since I was like
Me too.
very young child.
Yeah, literally. Yep.
Yeah. I walked to school by myself, or with myself is a group of us got to walk together. It's not a far walk, but we live a half a mile from a school, and we're like, I want to go to school by myself. Okay.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
I was saying, like, we live a half a mile away from school, and the Amora wants to walk to school by herself, and her dad is like, you will never walk to school
Come on.
by yourself. You will never. So it's just it's crazy, and that's the anxiety. But it's like also feeling like, okay, that's here in the city, and then we move somewhere rural, and then somebody just might come into school and shoot the motherfucker. Excuse me, shoot it up. Like, so it's just like. Honestly, what's for us is for us in the highest level and the lowest level. But I just feel like, I don't. It just drives me crazy. The level of like anxiety and trying to protect my kids and protect myself, protect my peace. Like, is all of it is daunting, like very daunting.
It is. So we want to hear from you guys. Like, have you ever regretted it? How you feel about the stress of like being a parent and that anxiety, because you do want to be able to pack, because we are the moms, like you said, we run the plays, but we are like the mama bears too. Like, we protect, shield, we do all of that, and it's like some of these situations we have no control in, like, and that's hard in itself. That's hard in itself as well.
Yeah.
So,
what y'all have to say?
Yeah. You hear her? No, go out.
You can't fly there. You have to finish.
Of course. Sorry, y'all.
Hello.
She said, hello, I'm 8 now.
Hi, happy birthday.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah. So, yep, that's it. All right, close my door, girl. But yeah, so yeah, like I definitely could agree with that. Like, yeah, it's hard. Like, it is a hard pill to swallow. Like, you know how like a lot of times things happen and we kind of get numb to it. Like, I don't want to be numb to it. Like, I don't want to be numb no more. Like, it's just it's frustrating. It literally is frustrating now.
It is. And then it's like as far as like things happening, like, a lot of, now we hear a lot about people being abducted and kids being abducted and things like that. And they keep putting it on us like such and such. Have you seen such and such? Have you seen such and such? And we ain't seeing no updates on such and such. Are y'all still looking for such and such?
Right.
Like, that also gives me anxiety. And I don't know if I'm like an empath or what, but I really be thinking about these people, like, and their families. Like, how could, like, and as like somebody in authority, like, how y'all do your job or don't do your job? You know what I mean? Like, how, like, if you're a person like me, how do you go home okay?
Knowing that you haven't solved the case, or knowing that you haven't done everything that you needed to do, or you downplay when people come and tell you that their kids are missing. Like, no, they didn't. They didn't just leave town. Like, no,
she's 12.
Right? Like, I know what, and even when they're grown, like, I know when something's off with my child because I know my child. Like, so it's just like, how do they operate in that? Like, how do you just be okay with it, or you just put up a a facade just so you can get through. I don't know what they be doing, but
They probably have like they probably gotten to a point where they're just numb. Like it's like pushing papers. Like this was my day. 12 o'clock, I went to interview somebody about an abducted person. At 1 o'clock, I had lunch.
right.
Like, and that's it. Like, yeah,
Right.
that's their just every day, every day.
Yeah. Puffy said something really good in his interview on the Breakfast Club. It was like he was saying how they were talking about the whole Kanye West stuff and how he said, you know, he had the shirt White Lives Matter or whatever like that. And he was saying like, you know, he talked about that, but then one of the things he's talked about was like, you know, sometimes we just need to worry about us. Like, you know, like just really focus on us, like our community, the Black community, you know, without all the other stuff, you know, going on or distracting what we're trying to get or what we're trying to do or what we're trying to build. And I think like even when it comes to all this stuff that goes on and even us seeing like the different injustices and all of that stuff, but like we really have to band together, like, and I don't know how we going to get there, but we have to, like, we have to find a way to where we take care of our community, like, and
Yeah, and that's what the whole Black Lives is Matter is about. It's not about white
right,
lives not mattering. And
right,
I just didn't want to give the Kanye West, not that, you know, my energy mattered to him, but
right,
like I just didn't want to give that any because he would sound like all lives matter, white lives matter. Like, why didn't he say that? You pandering us, first of all. Second of all, yeah, we need to think about us at sometimes. And the reason why we need
and
to
it's
think
okay,
about us, yeah, and it's okay. And the reason why is because largely nobody's thinking about us. Okay?
except for our dollars because we're one of the
Or
biggest
that,
consumers.
yeah. But
Right,
yeah, like we're the because yeah, Black women are the largest consumers.
right.
So, but as far as politically or like socially, economically, no one is thinking about us. So that's why Black Lives Matter. You're like he's so ignorant, and to say last week like you never read a book, it's telling this week. It's telling. Okay.
Girl.
It annoys me. I saw in the comments somebody was like, "Oh, he's a Gemini." Just scroll past. Excuse me, Gemini here.
I don't blame you.
He's having a manic episode. That has nothing to do with Gemini, okay?
Doctor said, no, I never regretted motherhood. It is very difficult most of the times, but I find the blessing in being able to experience motherhood so half full for me. And she said, y'all gotta let the news drive. Y'all gonna let the news drive y'all insane worrying about the what if. I mean, that's true.
I don't usually watch it, but for some reason lately it's been on in my house. Or just, you know, scrolling through social media, you still see everything.
Right. She said, listen to it, be aware, but don't let these things live rent free in your head. That's really good. That's really good. But it is. I think I'm naturally a worrier. Like so it does affect me. Even though people I think I put on a really good like face. So I could kind of brush stuff off in the moment, like, okay, it is what it is. And then I go home and then I think about it. Then I'm processing it and breaking it down.
To be honest, I don't know when I became this person. I haven't always been her. I haven't. Like I've over probably, you know, with the situation with my daughter and everything like that. It's probably when like the worst of the worry started. Maybe I really can't put a you know pinpoint a time, but I wasn't always so like to me. I find myself being negative, not a negative person. Like this ain't gonna happen, that ain't gonna happen, but letting the kind of the negative side of things like seep into my mind, if you will. Like I'm not a negative person. Like I'm not gonna bring negativity to you. Like even
Right.
if I felt down or something, like I wouldn't even talk to you. Like it sounds like if I was feeling like I probably wouldn't even answer the phone because I don't want my energy to rub off on you. So I'm not a negative person, but at some point in time, like something just happened to me, and I'm just like, oh God, what's going on? I need to live in a bubble. I need to stay in a house. I can't go nowhere. Like just thinking, just some stuff, just I don't know how to let it go. So if you know how
Listen,
I can let the negativity not live
rent free,
mortgage free. This is that deep, mortgage free.
listen,
In my head, if you got some tips, let me know.
listen.
And y'all can hold me accountable. This is it. Yeah.
It is. It is.
What else? What else has been going on in the
In the world.
in the world? Yeah.
Have you watched the Jeffrey Dahmer thing?
I'm not watching it. I was
Did
so
you know the story? Because I didn't know the story prior to watching it. Did you know the story?
Well, not fully. Like I didn't know that he only like approached gay men or anything like that. I just know that maybe that he ate people, but he was a serial killer. But that's the brunt of it. Like I've never.
Yeah.
That's not my thing because that's another thing that brings up my.
You can't stay in it. Yeah.
I'm looking at people because. Y'all remember that story I told y'all about the guy in Food Town, and he told me I looked nice, and then he was like, why did I lie about my age and all? I was like, she said Rhea cannot watch that. He might be Jeffrey Dahmer. Like when I heard about the movie and I saw like the picture of the person that's playing him, I'm like, he looked like that guy.
Oh, okay. Listen, but yeah, like I'm not gonna tell like the whole story, but I didn't know because I mean it was like 91, so we was like what 5-6 years old, so we really didn't grasp anything. But I remember being in my mom's shop on Central Avenue and them talking about it, like because I always remember the part about a little boy that they brought back to him. But to like watch the story and realize like he literally got away with killing African American or just colored people. Yeah, because it was multiple. It wasn't just black people, but like he got away with it. Like, and people was telling, like the neighbor was calling saying, I hear people screaming. Like, I think somebody's getting killed next door. And they told her to go check.
You see what I mean? Like they want you to do their job.
Like, no, like, and she like, even with the little boy, when they brought him back, like she called to check afterwards, like, and was like, so what happened? Like, and they like, oh, it was just a situation with boyfriends. She was like, no, like my daughter be seeing him outside playing with earthworms. like, no, he's a kid. Like, and they're like, no, he's a grown up. And she like, no, I'm trying to let you know, like, that's a kid. Like, and it just like nothing was clicking. Like, and it was more so frustrating. Like, I just got so upset. Like, I was so upset. Like, this been even though I know it's been happening. But it was just like, really? Like this is what y'all do? But I mean, outside of all the other stuff, it was just more so that piece that really just bothered me, and to see that and see it happening even back then. But I know it's been happening, but it's just like how many times you gonna call the cops? Like, and how many times, like, even people that got away from him went to the cops and said he tried to kill me.
And they didn't do anything, even with those people? Wow. So what was the final straw? Like, what actually made them...
The final straw was he tried to kill a guy. The guy was able to get away because he pretended to like him. So like he kind of like fed into it a little bit until he could like get his chance to attack him and get out. So when he was running down the street, the police ran into him and they was asking why did he have handcuffs on, because he handcuffed the guy. But girl, they still brought him back to the building. And he was able to do that in an apartment building, for one. I don't know if you do that. Not like
No, because you saying next door, I'm thinking like row houses or something.
apartment building.
So
An apartment
everybody
building.
complaining about your ass.
And the smell.
And
And
the
the smell of dead bodies.
oh my God.
And they, girl, like they literally brought the man back to the building and was asking, and he could have almost got away with it again, was asking him, like, did you handcuff him? And he was like, oh,
Who
we was
does
just,
that?
he was like, oh, we was just playing around. And he was like, no, we wasn't. Like, like, and then they was like, well, do you have the key to the handcuffs? So when they actually went inside, he went to get the key, and a cop just so happened to look in his drawer and saw like the Polaroid pictures of him dismembering bodies and all that stuff. And he was looking at it like, oh, this is real. And that's how they locked him up.
And that's what I mean. But like, I mean, I know this is a dramatization, but like, what cops being, they are the ones desensitized to what is going on. Like, this isn't real. Like, they're being dramatic.
Girl, even the cops that brought the little boy back, they got suspended, got reinstated, and got like awards and stuff like that.
Wow.
See, that was the part that was just like, that's the part that made me mad. It wasn't even like, granted, the killing and stuff was horrible because it really happened, but it was more so like, y'all really let this happen? Like, y'all could have saved so many lives had y'all did y'all job. Like,
right. Yeah, because how many people died after like the first person said this was going on or whatever?
The girl, let me not even get on the first time he killed somebody. The first time he killed somebody, he was driving a car, got pulled over, had the man body parts in plastic bags. The cop stopped him because he was swerving, asked him what the bags in the car is. He said it's from doing yard work. And they let him go on a warning, telling him, we better not see you out here again. Because he told them that his parents going through a divorce. He could have been stopped.
That's wild.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the part. That's your version of.
Yeah, that's all I need to
That's
hear.
all you got. That's all you need.
Oh, I will. I'm like, I'd watch what else? A documentary. More so than a dramatization, like
right.
Witnesses. But I don't need that energy in my brain.
Right.
I don't need that.
Right. It was just it was ridiculous though. But yeah. That's. I mean, what else been going on in the world?
I don't know what y'all got out there. What else has been going on? I don't know. Besides Kanye West, he is just,
and it's like a distraction when it comes to him because it's kind of like really.
Okay, so here's a good question. Do you think that I don't think we talked about this before, but do you think that a person, and I'm talking about Nick Cannon, because he has almost unlimited funds, that he could be a good father to all of his children, even though he has money, even though he makes himself available, because they call his assistant and they schedule them in. Do you think he could be a good father with that many kids and that many mothers?
I think like financially, of course, he could be a good father because he can provide, right? Mm-hmm. But like it's so much more like individual stuff that you have to do, and you have look at us. We got 2 kids, like, and that's hard. So like having 10 kids, and a lot of them are really young. Like
like you having 3 in the same year,
right? Like how I don't know how available he's able to do this. And how often he's able to bring them all together, because that's the only way that he could probably really be effective. Because, like, I mean, in a week, you got 10 kids. Mm-hmm. That's what? how many days? It's what 7 days a week. Like, how do you spread that out? How do you make it where you can see all your kids in one week on top of being as busy as you are? Because
Already are because of your
yeah,
career.
because his career and they're always on the road and all of
And
that
then you be
stuff.
wanting and dining their mothers, so like you have to give them time, and then you need time to yourself because
Come on.
he's also sickly in some type of area. So I believe like he say he goes to the doctor often when people questions him about like passing around STDs, this, that, and the third.
Oh, I
He
didn't know that.
mentioned, yeah, he mentioned that he goes to the doctor often, and they do too because they have to, have their blood tested and this, that, and the third because he's sick or whatever. But yeah, I just don't think like, yeah, like financially, yeah, but two, like you said, like as far as quality time, you're like, oh, it's 5 o'clock. Let me go over to
Right.
Peter's house. Like I
Right.
don't know, and I mean, like I really believe that kids are as a blessing as much as mine get on my nerves, but they are blessings, and I'm happy mine are here, and I wish I had more, but me with my husband, like one person,
Right.
okay, he has lupus,
Oh, lupus. Okay.
so yeah, sometimes they have flares, and allegedly like he's having kids. I don't know if they can help heal him in some type of way. Well, I don't know. That's like a rumor as to why he's having so many kids that the way that he's having kids. And I know probably back in the day, like in Africa, the kings did it like that.
Yeah.
But like
I mean, Eddie Murphy too. Eddie Murphy got a whole bunch of kids. He got like 10 kids too, or something like that.
people got a whole lot of kids.
Yeah, it's a lot of people out here.
Like I guess it's just like the uh what you call it, flashlight be on Nick because it's like this week
So popular, yeah.
expecting his third child with such and such
Right.
or whatever. But yeah, it's a lot. It is. You know what? It is a lot of people, and just I'm talking about Nick because I saw a picture of Nick. But generally speaking, I don't believe you could be a good father, but you couldn't be the probably the best father that you could be because it was me and my brother at a certain time, and my father didn't come around because he ain't had money for child support, and I much rather have had his time than money for child
Right.
support. So you didn't do either, and it affected my brother and I.
Right.
She said Eddie's kids are
Right.
spread out
Get
though.
out.
Yeah, because like your kids, all of them play basketball at different schools. Like
How?
all
How
of
are you
them,
gonna be at
yeah,
every
how did you
game?
be at all their games? Like
Yeah. It's just
crazy.
it's not possible. And then like because I had that too of like my dad growing up too, like, and I don't know if it was because of the financial reason or whatever that looked like, why, but I think that is like a thing when it comes to men, and the men that watch this can tell us, that like not being able to provide financially causes them to like separate. And then it's kind of like you working hard to get it, like, and it's kind of like, no, like time supersedes a whole lot of stuff. Like quality time is very effective, like knowing that you can talk to your dad and you know about boys, or learning about stuff like that versus finding out as a grown up the hard way. But
These
yeah.
people, these men ain't
Right. Yeah. So it's just it's hard to think about, but I don't know, because I think about as a mom and everything that I do, even now, like with 2 kids, it's just like I want to make sure that we have time to do this, or I makes time for us to just do this, or and that gets hard too. So it's like, and that's with 2 that live with me. They wake up to me, go to
I
sleep to
just
me.
thought about what's your spread between your kids? How many years?
They're 5.
Okay, I just thought about it today. Like my girls are 8.5 years apart. I think I was like, you know what? That's a big spread, but I'm kind of thankful because as a more gets like the end of her high school years, like 7 will probably be like just getting into like activities and and things like that. You know what I mean? So I won't be spreading myself like as thin when the older they get, the more stuff every season is
Right.
something else. You know what I'm saying? Versus
Right.
when they 3, 4, and 5 is whatever you put them in. They in ballet on Saturdays. That's not
Right.
versus like right now, Amore is playing basketball in 2 different basketball leagues. So from Tuesday to Friday, I'm at running that basketball practice, basketball
Right.
games, this, that, and the third, or whatever. So I'm just like, 8.5 years. Okay, that works. Today that works.
Right.
Tanya said, yeah, give me the time. Yes, I need the
Yeah.
time. I don't need the money.
They don't need the money.
I need
Yeah.
the money for it.
The money, yeah, the money is okay. Like, but we need time. Like,
Sasha said, yes, you have something to look forward to.
yeah.
But yeah, I much rather have time than money.
Yeah.
Now, do you feel that way about dating? It's like, nah, I need both.
Both. Both. Yeah, because I feel like, because like when it comes to a guy, like you know when a guy is really into you, because no matter how busy he is, he's gonna make time for you. Like, like he gonna find a way or show you that he's into you, right? So yeah, like I'm still need that time, but then I'm also need for us to be able to enjoy
that time.
that.
I mean, sometimes we can do it cheap, but sometimes we need to do
Right.
it more than cheap. Okay.
Right. but just having the time.
Yeah.
Sasha said once they're older, you'll feel free.
Yeah.
She said, I can't wait.
I don't know. Then they'll be calling you about grown up topics, and you stressing
Right.
you out about being an adult. Like,
Right.
I don't know how that would be. I don't know. But yeah, one of my biggest prayers is to be here and around for my grandkids and preferably my great grandkids, but at a decent age. Everybody at a decent age now.
You don't need to be 40, girl. No slack to anybody that is.
Yeah, I would not.
At 40, her kid will only be 13. So.
And I feel like, well, with 7, I'm an old mother, and I wouldn't be mad if I had another baby. I'm gonna just say that.
Me too. Like, I want one more. I do. I want one more. I want a son.
Me too. I mean, we're girl moms. Yeah. Hey.
I want a son. And then I'm like, okay, we at the age we at.
Yeah.
I want it. So I'm right. I'm gonna need it to happen real soon.
Girl, I looked up the other day. What is it? Gender selection. How much that costs? The starting price is not bad, but
starting price.
It was $4,500.
Oh, not bad. For you to pick your baby?
Mm-hmm. You like, I might look at you.
Because what am I got time to be trying to figure this? Because I know what I want. Like, I know what I want.
Right. But yeah, my husband's like that, so. I don't know, but again, another thing, what's for me is for me.
Yep, it'll happen. By the time you come on here a month from now, you're like, hey, y'all, it's the check-in. We got our boy. All right, yeah. So, I mean, that's the show that we have for you guys. Always know that you guys can follow us at It's the MeetUp on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So we are excited about that, y'all.
Yes. So we do a virtual cheers to celebrate whatever it is that you've made it through recently. If you just made it through today, we're going to give you a virtual cheers. Whatever you got going on, we're going to give you a virtual cheers. If you made it through, well, we all making it through the week.
Listen.
Be here. Just for today, virtual cheers. So, baby girl, you made it.
For real.
You see on the teller. Baby,
Yeah.
baby,
Made
baby,
it.
Hey, y'all, let me go put my kids to bed because I
Right,
need to go
listen.
out running around.
Bye, y'all. See y'all
Bye.
next week.
Thank y'all.